This month, throughout October, we're talking about masks, not the masks we've been talking about for almost 2 years, but the masks that we wear that cover up who we are. Now, in Halloween, masks play a really fun role in letting us try on different personalities. We can be Spider-Man, we can be our favorite public person, we can be any kind of character that we dream up. And that's really fun. We get to try on different ways of being. But what we're talking about in Courage to Be Curious this month is the masks that we inadvertently put on, oftentimes pretty early in our lives. And we're not even sure that we're wearing them. We may not even know. Maybe we're wearing the mask of the pleaser. Maybe we're wearing the mask of the accommodator. Maybe we're wearing the mask of the leader. Maybe we're wearing the mask of the tough and strong. Maybe we're wearing a mask that we're not even aware of, and nor are we aware of the implications that it's having in the rest of our life. This is what we're talking about in Courage to Be Curious this month. And in this video, I want to talk about how do we even know if we're wearing a mask? Really, when we wear the mask on Halloween, we put it on and we know. But how do we know if we're walking around wearing a mask that might be presenting a version of ourselves that is not our truest sense? And I want to offer this. Very often, if we're wearing a mask, behind the things that we're saying and doing, we have a narrative operating in our mind. We have a narrative that might be saying things that sound a little bit resentful of what we're doing, or are judging what we're doing, or are wishing that we were doing something else, or we're critical of ourselves or of whatever we're doing or however we're showing up. And one surefire way to know that you might be putting on a persona for some apparent advantage that you've determined or your subconscious has determined is that you have a narrative going on behind it. If we're really authentically in our skin, there's no narrative. We're just being, and we're totally comfortable in the presence of just being who we are. So I want to encourage you to just take stock. Take note as to whether or not you're walking around with a face and a voice that's authentically yours, or whether you might have a mask. And if you're curious about how we get these masks, what the implications are for us, and how we can even get them off if we don't want to be wearing them anymore, then check out our podcast in this series. All of our podcasts are about this topic, but particularly the one in the Live series and the one in the Love series really focus on how do we take off those masks. We have blogs associated with them too. But the first thing from this video is just pay attention. How do you know if you're even wearing one in the first place? One of the things that fascinates me is how we can see ourselves so differently from how other people see us. It's actually pretty surprising. Have you ever looked at a photograph with somebody and they see one thing in the photograph and all you see is how untucked your shirt was, or how messed up your hair was, or how your jeans looked? And the person who's sitting next to you, who's observing the photo, never sees those same things that you see. Very often, when we look at ourselves, we see critical aspects. We, of course, look at ourselves more critically than anybody else does. But what do other people see? And what might happen if we allowed ourselves to see ourselves as others see us? So here's a little experiment for you to work with. Is ask your friends for 5 words that they would use to describe you. The 5 most accurate, descriptive words that they could come up with that they think are so true to you. And you come up with your own 5 words. And then bring all of those words together and see what happens. How close is your perception of yourself to other people's perception of you? And what steps might you take to entertain if you could see yourself as they see you? So, in this month of October, where we're talking about the masks that we wear, and we're talking about the lenses that we see ourselves through and how others see us, is try this little experiment. See what you come up with and see what it might feel like to look at yourself through the lens that others see you.